Welcome to this video dedicated to Selenium to scrape website, the essential basics 3. Today, we will dive deeper into how we use Selenium to extract data from websites. If you are looking to automate your online tasks, or collect valuable information from multiple pages, you are in the right place. In this third installment, we will cover advanced techniques to make your web scraping even more efficient and smooth. So, stay tuned and get ready to explore the new features of Selenium.
Welcome back, Automation Masters. Now, up until this point, we've ran this code quite a bit of times, and you see that now I have a ton of Chrome browsers open. That's not good. How do we close these things? Well, quite easily actually. All we have to do is say Chrome browser.close. Now, this close method is going to close our browsers. However, a lot of people sometimes have issues with this method because browsers are constantly being updated. And sometimes Selenium has some bugs where it doesn't close this properly. So this may work for you. Now, in my case, if I run this, all right, well, that actually worked, but there are instances where this won't work. So you might have to actually call this twice to make sure that it closes the instance. Now, using close is going to close the current window that it's open, which is what we're doing here. With quit, you actually get to close the entire Chrome driver. So let's do quit now and see if this works. All right, so that also quit the browser, but if in your code for some reason you're opening up the browser twice, it's going to quit all sessions. Unfortunately, because these ones are all past instances, it's not going to know how to quit them. We should have, quit them from before. So you're going to have to manually close these for now. But at least now you know that you just add this at the end. Sorry for showing you how to do that at the very end. But I had to keep it open so I can explain all these things that are happening to you. But ideally, you quit the browser afterwards. Now, this quit and close actually causes a lot of headaches, and sometimes it may not work on a browser. This depends on the versions that you have installed. There's a ton of forums online that you can look up and say, hey, why isn't my browser quitting? So it's a heavily debated thing that you can find information online on. If it doesn't work for you, you might have to call this twice, or you might have to check that the version you're using is working properly. Now, some of you might be asking, this gives you a lot of power, right? Because, I can start writing bots to go through websites. Maybe I want to write a little bot that goes on every single Reddit post and upvotes it. Or maybe I click like on a Facebook page over and over and over. Maybe there's a voting contest going on, and I can just write scripts to automate people signing in, random people signing in, and upvoting, let's say, your submission. So there's many good ways to use automation and many bad ways to use automation. Maybe you want to send personal messages to your Facebook friends. Well, you can automate it and message thousands of them all at the same time using something like Selenium. But you see, websites are smarter than that, because most websites will detect when it's a robot controlling it versus when there's a human, because of how fast things are happening. No human is going to be able to send keys and click that fast, right? So Selenium actually has thought of that. If we actually go back here to the site that I originally showed you, which I'll link to, if you scroll all the way down to waits allows us to actually wait and simulate actions at a bit of a delay. So most people that write automation scripts on websites will use something like sleep or wait to make sure that there's pauses in between actions, so that, websites aren't going to say, hey, this is definitely not a human. I'm going to block their usage. For example, here on the Udemy website, I tried to write a script that did things really, really fast, and you'll see that Udemy actually blocks my activity and says, hey, please verify that you're a human. So that it says, hey, I'm detecting something that makes me believe that this isn't a human. I don't want our servers to get logged with all this activity because, companies like Udemy have to pay for, let's say, interactions on the website because they're talking to backend servers. So you'll notice some of these things. And you want to be careful with automation that you're usually testing on your own product or your company's product, and that you're not abusing the other websites and trying to, let's say, game the system. But using something like wait actually allows you to at least not do things as fast as possible so you don't get detected as easily as possible. With great power comes great responsibility. And Selenium is a great tool for testing. A lot of companies hire testers and automation testers for this specific reason. And it's a great career option for you. However, you can also do bad things with this. So be responsible. Don't do anything that might get you in trouble. Not advocating for anything of that. But I hope this gave you a little test into what automation testers do. And you can use Selenium not just on browsers. You can use them pretty much on any screen. You can run them on Android devices, iOS devices, pretty much any screen. I hope that was fun, and I'll see you in another video.